Welcome to this video I've made all about my experience of being part of the Mal Gallery's London Light and Land exhibition in September 2024. Come along on my journey from putting the images on the wall, the opening evening and an interview with Charlie Waite and a detailed walk around each exhibit within the exhibition. I hope it will give you an idea of my experience and maybe inspire you to give it a go yourself. Please excuse the less than perfect videography at times. I was using a brand new camera that I'd only had for 3 days. I hope you enjoy.
Good evening, everybody. I'm really delighted to see you all in such large numbers. And the word that comes to mind is jubilant. I cannot tell you how happy I am. And I am given to sometimes, a single tear falling from my eye. And I must say, I'm absolutely, completely delighted to see you here. Because essentially what you are doing is you're supporting photography. And that really means an enormous amount to me. And you're supporting the makers of the photographs here. And you do, I hope, hear the word make, because to me a photograph is not a shot, it's not a photo, it's actually a production. And it's quite complex. So very much gratitude to you for coming. And I have a little phrase, one small phrase, which I care for a lot, which is the print is the photograph's rightful inheritance. And that really is the case. Because all too often we are seeing photographs and we're almost looking as if we've got a nervous tick because this is how we're preparing them to show. And they're imprisoned often on external hard drives. And so tragically, an enormous number of really fine works never see the light of day. Really, your photograph acts as a wonderful, if you like, device almost, but it gives us an insight into your huge response to your world around you. And that's a really massive thing. Now, enough from me. I'm sure there are lots of things I can say. But the other day, I rang up a friend of mine, and he very sweetly said, yes, he'd love to come. He is absolutely a household name to you all. And I'd like to introduce to you right now an absolutely charming man, Ray Mears. Thank you very much.
I think Charlie was hoping somebody would come and say some worthy words about your photographs, which is very easy. They're amazing. Wow. Wow. Some of you may be nervous to exhibit, but you shouldn't. Photography, as Charlie quite rightly said, is a process, it's an engaging process that connects you, your vision, your soul, to these works on the wall where you share your vision. Today, here in this room, we have the work of very fine photographers. You should be very proud of your incredibly worthy images. It's fantastic, it's a true feast. Congratulations. Thank you.
So, good morning. I have with me the famous Charlie Waite. So, good morning, Charlie. We're here at the Mall Galleries. How excited are you here to be here?
Good morning to you. Well, Charlotte, I'm very excited, and the reason is because it's an extraordinarily wonderful thing for so many people to be sharing their photography with the wider world. And I am desperately seeking an encouragement to encourage everybody to print more. And it's proving to be successful, because this is an example of people wanting to print. We can't go on doing this, and we must try, if we possibly can, to release what I call the image from the terrible imprisonment of the external hard drive, which is where they all are.
Yeah, and I've been lucky to join in with this week, and it's actually my first proper exhibition joining in here, so it's been quite a leap into the deep end, I think, for me. Have you got any tips for anybody who has never exhibited and thinks, gosh, either my work, how on earth do I get started? Have you got any tips?
Yes,
regards? Yeah.
A big one, and it's one word: confidence, with a capital C, because a lot of creative endeavour is always associated by a great degree of lack of confidence. You know, am I good enough? Sort of shrinking away. And there was confidence in the production of the photograph to a degree. But essentially, we've got to be able to say to ourselves, I want to be able to exhibit, and what do I have to do that? And it's about, as I say, confidence.
Yeah.
And letting yourself feel that actually your photography is okay.
Yeah.
But in a quiet voice.
Yeah, it's quite a brave step. I mean, it's been quite a major thing for me to do, but it's quite exciting when you see the work on the wall and go and see it.
It is.
Yeah. So obviously you are in charge of Light and Land and running Light and Land photo tours, which I'm part of. And I was just saying to you before, these photos that you're standing in front of, which are my photos for the exhibition, I made them all very close to my home. Now, I know you live in a very lovely part of the UK, and I've been on a tour with you into Dorset and that area. You obviously travel a lot. Do you have a favourite place that you have travelled?
No, it's a question I've been asked often,
Yeah.
as you can imagine. I just love travelling everywhere,
Yeah.
because everything I see is new. People I meet I've never met before. So it's a growing experience. It's never ending.
But do you approach your photography at home differently, do you think? Do you have a more relaxed attitude to it because you've got all the time in the world and you know you can come back? Do you ever feel, because when I travel I quite often get into this state of, what if I miss something?
Yes.
You know, I'm sure you experience that with guests on trips, but do you find that even you go through that, so when you're at home it's a lot more relaxed and you're just sort of seeing what happens? Or?
I agree,
Yeah.
but I still want to try. I don't want to produce a photograph that's sort of slapdash, because the great thing about photography is that we're massive noticers and we can't miss anything. So if we photograph and we produce an image that actually was not in keeping with our vision and with our high personal standards, then we've slacked.
Super. Well, thank you very much for your time, Charlie. I know you're a very busy man, so I really appreciate you taking the time to be on here. So thank you very much. Thank you. And good morning. And we're at the Mall Galleries here in London, and I was just here to give you a little walk through the gallery in a minute. We're just going to go in. Let me just get this little sign behind me. So we're on here, probably when you see this it will be finished actually. We started on Monday evening with an opening evening, and we're here till Saturday evening. So what I thought, I'd just take you for a little walk around the gallery. You can go and see my images, but there's so many wonderful other images around the gallery, everything from street photography to stuff from the UK, abroad, India. Lots of the Light and Land leaders are there. Charlie's been here, he's here all week. And Ray Mears opened the opening event as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the little walk around, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Peoples.
morning to you.
Doing my video for my YouTube channel. So we have Charlie,
Very much. Good morning.
Astrid,
Good morning, Charlotte.
Kate. So I'm going to walk around in no particular order because there's no particular way to walk around, but you'll see hopefully various different types of photography. If I know people, I'll try and point them out. These are Jochems from Belgium. Here we have Bill Ward's work, which is lovely. Gordon Hutchinson, have to excuse me, I can't get very far back with my new camera and lens. Beta Moore's work, and she's one of the ones that's got a red dot on her images. Caroline Priest. I was chatting with Caroline yesterday, enjoyed looking at her work. Rob Watmer. Caroline Cartwright. Just going to put back a bit so you can see these. These are Tom Sullums, and Tom's another Light and Land tour leader. Got work from Peter Hendry. He's got some other space as well. And these are from Hugh Jones, and Hugh sold one as well. And some beautiful work from Lorraine Finney, some fellow ICM artist here, who's got some beautiful work up here. And Lorraine's sold a couple as well, which is brilliant. So we've got Jan Bowen. She's got a whole load of ICM work around the corner here. And Tim Jones, I absolutely love these. I love the way they're presented, the way it's sort of deckled edges and float frames. And I had a really good chit-chat to Tom at the opening event, and heard all about how they're made, and they're really, really lovely. As you can see, there's a massive variation with just the one theme, which was outdoors. It's just really lovely. Peter Thompson, some real colour, which is lovely. It's really lovely to see the variation between the black and the white and the colour images here. Some more Jan Bowens here, lovely black and white set there. Something a little bit different from Catherine Chetwynd, I think is how you pronounce her name. Street photography. Some very simple black and whites from Jan Bowen again. Everybody's used their space completely differently. There was no directions given whatsoever on the use of the space. You could buy your space and then do whatever you wanted with it, basically. And this is a really good example of some really, really big pictures here from, I don't know everybody who's they're from, Ray Phillips. And then here we've got Peter Connell. Again, some lovely black and whites. It's really interesting because I teach curating images. It's really interesting to see how everybody's put their work on the walls. These lovely bright coloured ones here from Mike Woodman. And Mark Lawrence has got a couple of sets of images, and these are lovely black and white set just here. And then if we swing round, he's got some pastel images here, which are so simple, very, very beautiful, beautiful glass, beautifully presented. Dennis Craggs with some flower photography. Pema with some really unique, different styles of photography. Which way should we go? We'll look at these, maybe. We'll go down this side here. Adrian Beasley. I followed a course with Adrian the other week. Really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend Adrian for learning Photoshop, Lightroom. I did Affinity with him. It was really, really good. So anyway, he's got some lovely images, and he's pushing the boundaries, showing people what you can do with a mobile phone, which is really cool. David Murray. Ian Miller. Philip Davis. A lot of people have commented how painterly these are, which is really nice. Let's just do this booth here. Now, these are some of my husband's favourites. They're really, really interesting. Some of these have got a lovely story to tell. Every single one of these has got a story. Glyn Powell Evans, and they're really, really super. It was lovely as you can just stand here for hours and just check them out and see what they're all about. John Darnell, a favourite. I quite like this top left one with the trees. And then we've got some more from John. Quite a eclectic mix of images there. Back to something very traditional from Phi Bun. These beautiful landscapes. We're back here again. Alex Harbidge, I think that's how you say his name. Massive picture. I don't know whether you're getting a bit of a light effect of that one. I'll just stand back a bit on that one there. Brian Sanders with the lovely street photography. Just been out in the rain this morning and it's been fun to do. Some more black and white here next door. From Chris Oxley. I turn behind me again. So people have just used space massively in some of these spaces. These are Peter Hendry's, and I think he's got all of these. He's made a real statement with all his photos here. A lot of variation. And go down here. Tim Horrocks. These are by Barbara Fleming. Barbara's got lots here. So we've got a whole set run up here. Got some more. And a street photography from Alison Morris. And Karen Brickley's work here on the wall. This is Rust. It's very detailed. Mark James in the corner. Running round to Michael Isles on the left here. It's another one that's got a red dot on it from Chloe Wakeling. She'll be delighted. Beautiful landscape images there. Ed Rumble, he's got two sets in the corner here. Ed's another light and land leader, and he's showing two different sets, which is really lovely, the colour and the black and white, and he's got a really lovely presentation with the deckled edge prints, which are just set off from the background there. Last but not least in this room is the work of William Boust, and he's just happens to be next to my work. I'll come back and we'll look at my work a little bit more in a minute, but I just thought I'd show you where it is in relation to everybody else's work. So I just thought I'd walk you through my actual exhibition. We've been around and seen everybody else's, so I thought we'd see ours. And this is the set of 12 images that I chose to share. See the Incredible, my original Master Craftsman panel with the Guild of Photographers, and there are a set of 20. There's actually 21 in it now, and I've chosen 12 to put on the wall. Deliberately chosen for colours and balance. The whole project was based on ICM trees, and then each of the images is a multiple exposure of 2 images. The base tree images are ICM images underneath. There was the colour balance of blues and golds of any shade to work with, and the concept was to make each image quite complex, so that as you, let's make sure it's in focus, as you went to look at each image, it became quite complex too. You couldn't just walk straight through it or view it easily. The guys at the gallery here helped me put these together, but you'll see each of these pairs, I've tried to pair them up colour-wise so that they kind of complement each other. I've got my favourites all together as well. And then we run through various different colours, taking note of which image to put on the end as well, so that I've got like quite a strong image, in my mind anyway, at the end here. So that's just a little walk through so you can just see what I was, and my images were at the far end. I kind of tussled quite a long while over where to actually put my images in the whole gallery, and I quite like the fact they're on an end place here. I'm here really early in the morning on Friday making this video, so there's no one else here apart from the organisers, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little walk through. So we're going into the North Gallery now. So there's 3 different areas of the gallery going on, and the supporters, CV, are here with some information about their books and their prints. And then we have another set of images here from Mike Rook. And I believe that's probably, Mike, let's get it in focus would be good, wouldn't it? That's from Mike Rook. And then we have some work from Brad Carr, very traditional landscape photography there. And then Barry Cooper. I've got some lovely, lovely street photography. Absolutely love this. I'm not a street photographer, so street photography really inspires me. Then what we have is a group of images from young photographers, and this was the image that was chosen for the front brochure by Ellis Skelton. And these are various different photographers here, but they were young photographers. And Kevin Goodwin's got some work here. Don't know how long this video is going to be. Shay Parsons, some lovely textural reflections work, and I think it's probably multiple exposure, but I might be wrong. Some of it might be just ICM. And Venice Beyond the Art Mask by Adriano Henny. I love the way he's presented this, with a little bit of an artist statement at the end here, and a lovely set that just really, really work beautifully together. And then round onto this wall here. Again, these are the young photographers, so the various photographers between them. So this is the last room of the gallery. There's a lovely big space here, lovely open space. This is work by Mark James. Some black and white work. Some by Gordon Hutchinson. I don't know whether these are infrareds, but very delicate, very dainty. Big pop of colour from, I don't think I'm going to be able to pronounce their names, Debonish. Sorry for pronouncing your name probably completely wrong. Anyway, beautiful colour, really, really lovely. Love the tree images. Some ICM from Tim Kier. These are on shiny acrylic. These ones are Astrid's, and Astrid is really involved with Light and Land, and I absolutely love this one. Looks like a little face with a tear coming down. It's one of my favourite images in the gallery. I keep bringing people over here and showing them because I really, really like that picture there. And then we have Charlie Waite's work. He's got three beautiful Charlie Waite images that are so obvious that they're here, beautifully presented in these lovely frames. And next door we have Chantal Conlon, I think, with some street photography. Some classic Iceland from Chris Oxley here. Having been there, it's it really depicts what the feeling is there. I was there in the summer, so I didn't see all that snow and ice. These are massive. David Murray's work. Really, really lovely. Colour, size, really, really makes an impact, making use of the space. And then we have some lovely, I think they're probably Indian, they could be Sri Lankan with the tea planting, and Dowling's work here. It's called Passage to India, so I think it's probably Indian work there. And then last but not least, two more, sorry. We have Robert Broughton's Spirits of the Bird work, and Flavio Bossi's India and Peru and Bolivia, I think it is, and he's another Light and Land leader. So that concludes the walk around from the Light and Land Gallery. I hope you enjoyed it. A very sad bit where you get to take all your pictures off the wall. It's very sad, isn't it, having to take them down after they've been up, all the effort that goes into getting them up there. It's like